What's your pitching philosophy? What got you so far?
Just kind of attacking the zone. I'm never going to be a guy that kind of really blows anyone away. But location with all 4 pitches I throw. Obviously, fastball control, kind of the biggest thing for me. And like I said, just kind of attacking hitters, keeping them off balance.
Now, do you pitch to your strength or a batter's weakness?
More of my strength. Sometimes when you struggle, you start thinking about their weaknesses more than your strengths. You kind of get into what they can't hit instead of what you do best. And kind of some matchups are going to be favorable for you, some matchups will be favorable for the hitter. But kind of use your strengths to go after the hitter. Like I said, attack the zone, attack. Like you said, if you make good pitches, for the most part, good pitching will be good hitting. And sometimes you'll just have to tip your cap to hit a good pitch. Most of the time, you'll get it out.
Now, first-round draft picks, about half of them make the major leagues, but a lot of them get passed up by guys in the 50th round. Why does that happen?
It's all kind of luck of the draw. Who works harder? Who wants it? You never know a player's makeup. Their background. What they've kind of had to go through for their life. What they, I guess, their raw talent or what they've had to learn, what they have learned before. And you never know what a person gets with some coach or gets with some player, learns something new, and it kind of just maybe excel them, past anybody. And it's more for when you get to the minor leagues. Everyone's kind of even playing ground. Obviously, if you're a first rounder, top 5 rounder, they're going to look at you. But as you get there, it's performance based, and whoever performs, and you continue, and you're consistent, and you perform, you'll get up there.
On spring training, every team brings in more guys to compete with you at the major league level. How do you approach that?
It's tough. You go through there, you see guys signing the position, with their veterans or younger guys. It's part of the game. I say it's tough to get there, but it's even tougher to stay there. And it's a roller coaster ride. You go there. I got brought up last year, had a good year last year. Struggled a little bit at the beginning of this year, came back down here. But you're never a finished product. The minute you think you know everything is the time you really get to struggle. And for me, I have a lot of things to learn, have a lot of things to refine. On a personal level, and once I do that, I think I have confidence in myself. I'll be up there again.
Now, was there a time yet in your career you wanted to quit baseball?
No, I wouldn't say quit. There's times where you're frustrated. There's times that, there's a time I'm going through right now. I've had a few bad starts in a row, and it's definitely frustrating. You definitely, second guess yourself at times. But you can only do that until you get to your next start. If you ever second guess yourself on the mound, you're going to be in trouble. So you got, confidence is to me 90% of all of it. And as long as you're confident going out there, and confident in your ability to perform, you're going to do well.
What about the fans? How do you handle the fans yelling and screaming at you?
It's funny sometimes. You're going to get good fans, you're going to get bad fans. You have social media stuff through, Facebook, Twitter, and that kind of stuff. You got to get a lot of criticism when you do good or do bad. And you're going to get a lot of fans and a lot of people that support you when you do good. And the fair weather fans, the people that really support you in life, and you can't really look into too much of the people that are saying what they want to say, but it's you take it all by storm. You take it all by all in stride, and you kind of weather everything that they're saying.
But the umpires, how do you handle the umpires?
They're going to make good calls, bad calls. They're human, just like us. We're going to make good calls, bad pitches. Good pitches, bad pitches. And, for the most part, you kind of it's frustrating sometimes. Maybe they miss a big call in a big situation, but like I said, they can only do so much. They're doing their best back there. We're doing our best out on the mound, doing our best in the field. And so you kind of got to know that they're doing what they can, we're doing what we can, and kind of just do your part and not worry about things you can't control.
How about the sports pages? Do you read the sports pages of Baseball America where they rank you and all that stuff?
Not really. There's a lot of guys that think they know a lot. A lot of guys that they might have insider information. There's a lot of guys that kind of just put down whatever they think. And for you, it's basically being confident in yourself, knowing who you are, what you can and can't do, your weaknesses, your strengths, and not really feeding into what everyone else has to say about you, because some people can put you too high and some people can put you too low. And if you listen to that and you're up here, you're going to get humbled. And if you're down here and you let someone bury you, you can lose your confidence pretty quick. So you kind of this game is all about keeping an even playing ground.
What would you tell a high school kid about professional baseball you learned the hard way that nobody told you about?
From high school, I actually thought I was ready to go play professional baseball. Obviously I ended up making a pretty good decision going to Pepperdine University, playing there 3 years, and came out and I realized I was nowhere close to ready out of high school. Some people are, some people aren't, but coming out of high school, coming out of college, either way, as a young adult, young man, there's there's a lot to learn, you know, on the personal aspect as growing up and on the baseball field. So for me, you know, I'm obviously only 25, I still have a lot to learn as well. But you know, it's a whole process. You know, listening to your coaches, parents, everyone along the way. You know, that everyone keep the people that you know that help you, that are your supporters, that are your true supporters, kind of close to you. You know, and don't let anyone else distract you.
Anything else about baseball that nobody asked you before you want to tell somebody?
You know, not really. You know, this baseball, you know, it's hard work. This is, you know, throughout the minor leagues, you don't really realize it until you're here. You know, it's like I said, you can never get higher, too high, and never get too low. It's a tough process. You know, but in the end of the day, it's still baseball. You know, whether you're here, you're up there, you know, it's all the same game. You know, you gotta play the same way.